Hello and welcome to this week's edition of On the Couch. I'm Nate Aquino.
And I'm Emily DiPadova. Joining us today is Rashard Casey and Frank Villarreal, two members from Cinema Workshop.
What's going on, guys?
Hello.
Wow. How the turntables.
Yeah,
Good one.
We're happy
Yeah.
to be here.
Glad to have our sister. I like to call it the cousin club just because it sounds better.
I would
but
say sisters. It's
Sister
TV movies. Come on,
club.
sister
Yeah.
I
club.
always thought it was like this.
I don't know.
sister club.
I like cousin club better.
It has a ring to it.
This is a
It
good
feels like a
crossover.
demotion, honestly. Like you don't love us anymore.
No, we're still part of the family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, we still meet up for Thanksgiving.
I mean, when we shout you guys
Yeah.
out, we always say sister club. So.
Okay, fine. Our sister clubs.
sister club.
I just like.
I think
I
cousin
like
club.
wasn't cousin club because alliteration, right?
Alliteration.
With the C and the C. That's what that's
I
called.
guess.
That's beautiful.
I don't know, guys. I don't take English
cute.
class, so it's fine. It's whatever.
Did you
We're
take
good.
comp classes? All right,
We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna
Let's
go.
dive right into it. So, I know, RTN and CW share some similarities, but what are some differences between CW and RTN?
I would guess that for RTN, you would mostly have all your stuff being done weekly, as you guys do right now. You do this show like once a week. For our shoots, we have to plan out everything, which could take about a few weeks to do once we finally get down to shooting films, which I think is the same difference between the real world and how movie and TV works.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest difference is that RTN does TV and does an excellent job doing TV.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and
This is not a competition, okay?
They do great at movies.
Yeah,
We do good
exactly.
at
And Cinema
TV.
Workshop, we do movies, and we take the craft seriously, but we take it also with a lot of fun and with a lot of like eagerness to learn.
Nice.
So I know you guys are called Cinema Workshop. So clearly, you do some workshops.
Yes,
What
we
do
do.
those entail? What do your members go through?
So we have a plan. Each of our members have strong points, and some of them are good at directing, some of them are good at sound mixing, some of them are good producers, some of them are good editors, so on, so forth. And what we like doing is every week we choose one of the e-board members to pick a topic of their interest and teach it to the club.
Yeah, with Frank as our equipment manager, he's always his job to do the equipment-based workshops. So if you want to learn lighting, want to learn sound equipment, all the camera equipment and such, that you definitely go to Frank.
Yeah.
But like he said, when it comes to different positions to learn, it depends on who on e-board knows those positions well.
Yeah.
So. And fun fact, recently I lost a bet to Frank.
That's
so
true. That's true.
in the bet, basically, if I lost, then I would have to do 3 workshops. And
Oh my gosh.
Three of my workshops.
so
How are they so
unfortunately,
Yeah,
far?
did you do it yet?
so I'm down to 2. I've gone to 2
Yeah,
everywhere. I got
that's-
one more to do.
that's
So
one
the
more
next
to go.
workshop I should be in charge of. So.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but basically, what you should expect from the workshop is to come in. We usually have a PowerPoint or like something that we prepared, and we walk people through all that they need to know so they can be ready for set.
After the PowerPoints and all, do they get to try things hands-on?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that, get more experience.
We definitely do have like different demonstrations. Like if there's like a certain equipment we want them to learn, then we actually give them hands-on experience of like how things work, how it works on set, and all those positions and such. So.
And if people cannot make the workshops, they can always email
Any of us.
any of the e-board members, and we'll go and we'll do a one-on-one with them, and we'll explain all the equipment or anything they want to know about it.
So nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, can anyone join CW, or do you have to be strictly RTF
Oh no,
majors?
anyone can join CW. We've had e-board members that weren't even RTF majors,
Oh, really?
so it's open to anyone. If you
Yeah.
have interest in making films, then come right in. We welcome all.
Right now we have a new member, and he's an engineer major. He just loves movies.
No.
So he comes to the club, and he talks about movies. He's very eager to learn, and he always emails me for one-on-ones because he always.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. So how many movies or short films do you usually produce throughout the semester?
3. We strive to do 3. The semester usually we need like a couple weeks to prepare. We need scripts and all that, and so we usually do a festival film, which is something for the new members to bond, and then we have a couple scripts that people pitch. And we strive to do 3. Sometimes we get busy, but that's the goal. If we do 3, that's the dream semester.
I mean, the dream is like, as many as possible.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
realistically,
Oh, okay.
we want to
Yeah,
get at very least 3 productions
Yeah.
done. So, like some big ones say, hey, we did this, so
Yeah.
we can show it off to people. People can go home and say, hey, Mom, Dad, I made this while I was in school.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. That tagged along with like the workshops and any other minor shoots that people want to do. That keeps the members busy and interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes to editing those projects, right? Do you have to have prior knowledge, do you have to know how to edit before you join the club, or like do you guys teach it there?
We teach it in the club, but we have workshops for editing, just like any other
Okay.
position. You can come in, get your hands on how to edit, and we'll even guide you to the process. We'll pick someone for production. Says, okay, you want to be editor, you can be editor. If anyone wants to learn, you can tag along. So watch how the process works. That way you can, learn the ins and outs of it. That way.
And what editing software do you guys use?
Premiere.
Yeah,
Premiere.
we're all Premiere fans here at the
Nice,
department.
Do you guys ever touch After Effects at all? Or
Well, we
No.
don't. I mean, I've
Yeah.
never touched it.
Yeah, me
Not
neither.
in my personal experience.
It's okay, neither have I. So.
I haven't either, but I'd like to learn at one point. But okay, no, I got you.
Yeah. I know that the RTN family also uses Premiere, so at least we share that bond.
That's good. That's good.
That's our common goal.
They're cousins.
Cousins.
Sisters or cousins? Make your decision.
Cousins. I
Cousins.
like cousins.
No.
It sounds better. But if you guys want to feel like sisters, I
You know
guess
what?
we can be
We're both.
sisters.
We're that kind of
Yeah,
fire.
we're
We're
that
both.
kind of-
It's fine. So, as far as the movies that you guys have made, have any of them gone any further than the club and been recognized by somebody higher up or outside of Rowan?
We've definitely had fest films. We've had people who wanted, because you have the rights once you make your film. If it's your film, you have the right to do whatever you want with it. So if you want to, we've had people who've taken some films out of the fest and even gone to other actual real film fests out into the world. They've been recognized. They've been revered. Nothing, recent comes to mind, but that is a thing that can happen if it is your film. That's
Yeah,
made.
but I feel like all the movies that we do in Cinema Workshop, they have a value for the people in them. Because I had just had this experience where I got a job, and one of the reasons why I got the job was because I sent a media sample, and the media sample was a movie that I made for Cinema Workshop. And I remember going to the interview,
Nice.
and he was like, the supervisor, he was like, dude, I like that movie you made, I like the shots that you did, and you directed this. And I was like, yeah, I directed this. And he was like, yeah, well, see you next week. You're starting. So it's exciting because these are projects that people need to be proud of, and the people put a lot of effort. And so when you take that somewhere else and people recognize it, it's just a happy experience.
You know what else was a happy experience? Having our cousin club here on the show.
Of course.
So thank you
Our
guys for
cousin
coming.
club.
Yes, our cousins.
Cousin sisters.
Sister club.
Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever you want. I'm fine. It's fine. When we come back, unfortunately, you won't see our shining faces. Instead, you'll get to witness our first ever Hot Take segment with Derek Hill and Sean Kelly. So don't go away.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Got a quarter?
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back to On the Couch. I'm Derek Hill. I'm joined by Sean Kelly. And Sean, we're not dressed up as nice as our usual hosts.
Of course, but that doesn't matter, Derek.
For On the Couch, brand new segment, Hot Takes.
Hot Takes?
Not Hot Topics.
We're ready for Hot Takes.
We've been building this up for a couple weeks now.
We are so excited to come on and show you all Hot Takes. But Derek, what is a hot take? And I think the viewers should know.
A hot take is something that's not generally agreed by the public, but it's something that you're very passionate about. And today we're going to talk about hot takes in movies.
Hot takes in
movies. We
movies.
may mix it up some other times on these appearances.
But Derek, you are very passionate about our first hot take.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, our first hot take, I'm going to hit it with you strong because I know you're going to disagree.
Okay.
Is that this year, Black Panther was a better movie than Avengers Infinity War?
Well, that's just blatantly flat out wrong, Derek.
Well, explain to me why.
Okay. One, Black Panther is one Marvel superhero. It is one movie. With Infinity War, you just have a mesh of fantastic superheroes in all different movies. So let's compare the two.
I'll stop you right there because it's still one movie.
It is still one movie.
It's not a bunch of movies like you're saying.
But there's a bunch of characters from a bunch of different movies. Let's compare. It's like Infinity War is like a Thanksgiving dinner because there's a ton of different great options, but Black Panther is like one entree. So would you rather want turkey or a Thanksgiving dinner?
Honestly, I'm fine with just the turkey. Because Black Panther is more of a personal story. They don't have to focus on as many characters. And I think what it does is it changes the formula of the previous Marvel movies by making it not only about the main character, but about an entire race of people that haven't been represented in Hollywood as much as they should be.
Okay, that's very understandable, Derek, but to be honest, when you walk into Infinity War, you're like, oh, every time you see a new character and it's super awesome and your blood's pumping throughout the entire movie and you just love how they all get together and they all go against one thing.
Two other times though, Sean.
Yeah, but now there's more people. This time Chris Pratt's in it.
Slightly
but
more
Chris
people.
Pratt.
And they don't meet until halfway through the movie.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. You're like, oh wait, I can't wait till the new guy comes in. You're like, oh my God, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is that what you did?
That's
did you do that live
in the theater.
I'm sure people were really annoyed with you.
Oh, 100%. But it was worth it because then it got even better because then Tom Holland rolled in. And I was like, oh my God, Tom Holland! And they were all in the same movie together, Derek. And it was an exhilarating experience.
You're just naming actors who are in a movie.
Yes,
I don't
but
think
it's the
actors
thrill.
in a movie don't point out the quality of the film itself.
But all of them working
the problem
together,
with
Derek.
Avengers is there's no stakes because based off of other movies they've announced, that nothing bad can happen, even though I won't specifically spoil it. But something bad does happen, but it's going to be turned around to some extent.
The threat, it's Thanos. He's right there. He's going to destroy. That's the threat, Derek. That's the risk. That's what they're all going up against. He's such a big enemy that it takes all of the Marvel superheroes to come together to beat him. It can't be more intense and epic like that. Storylines intersect. Worlds collide, Derek. Worlds collide.
I don't know. There's something more intimate about Black Panther, so you'd see, with its sci-fi city and its amazing visuals, than I think Avengers. Avengers is a series of let's get to the next action scene. There's a bunch of MacGuffins, whereas Black Panther has something to say about society itself.
Well, Derek, you are entitled to your opinion, even though it is blatantly wrong.
Well, that's why we have this segment, folks, because we
Hot
can
takes.
yell at each other the entire time, but I feel like we're not always going to change our mind on these things. But that's why we're going to move in to part 2 now.
Part 2.
I said movies. I should have probably said film in general, because now we're going to the TV area.
It's getting real, folks. Get ready.
Okay. I said this to you before the show when we were thinking of what topics we were going to do. I'm interested to see what your rebuttal is, because I think I just won the Black Panther one.
Okay.
Batman the Animated Series is one of, if not the best, animated and TV shows of all time.
Derek, I said the first one was blatantly wrong, but if the word blatantly-er was a word,
it doesn't exist.
Then I'm making up a new word.
You should come up with a new way.
I'm making
to
up a new
describe
word right
how
now.
pissed you are.
Blatantly-er. This is blatantly-er.
You should say it one more time just to make yourself
blatantly-er. You like that?
continually look like a fool.
Look at that. Let's start it out. TV has been around since the late 1940s, okay? We have almost 80 years of television. You can't say that in those 80 years of television that Batman the Animated Series is one of the best shows of all time.
I think it is.
I'm like, there's so many. I mean, you start out and you have stuff like, all the way back from Sid Caesar's Show of Shows, all the way back in the 1950s.
Who's watching that?
But still, it's historical.
Who is watching
It's
that?
historical. People are watching it all the time. Dick Van Dyke
Batman
Show,
the
All in the
Animated
Family.
Series is historical because it's over 20 years old. And on top of that, it holds up.
What do you mean? Well, SpongeBob holds up.
Yes, so that's another good one.
How is SpongeBob?
Nobody's watching Sid Caesar and your history class TV shows anymore because they don't hold up.
Some people.
The comedy and the content isn't the same as it used to
Are
be.
you kidding me? People are still watching the Dick Van Dyke Show. Okay, people are still watching All in the Family. All right, it is the number.
Name me some people who
I know
watch
the
it.
general public. It's all over streaming websites.
Is this something that's on after midnight on general television?
This is something that is before the 12 o'clock hour.
Okay. That was good silence. I got some silence out of you.
Yeah, really? Well,
and we barely even talked about Batman. We're just talking about TV in general.
Okay, let's look at your show. Okay, you have Batman the Animated Series. That covers one universe, okay, that doesn't directly address issues and problems in society. Look at a television show that exactly does do just that. Let me, for example, The Sopranos. Let's look at that for an example.
Can't compare.
Okay, why can't you compare?
You can't compare them because The Sopranos has a story that takes place over an entire season and sometimes the entire series. Batman is single episode oriented. So you can go in and watch any Batman episode and be amazed by it and have to have context.
You want to have that?
You just know he's Batman and he has something to do to stop the bad guys.
The Twilight Zone. That's an anthology series, just the same way
Anthology.
Anthology.
Okay.
Just the way that the Batman series is, right? All right, you go in every week and you have another story, but what the Twilight Zone does is it actually brings out emotion inside of you. It gets you a little scared.
You're going to say that Batman's not emotional? There are some great moments in this series.
Okay, if you went out and asked the general public, okay, which is a more influential television show? Okay, and you said, which has more content and is, more exciting to the viewer and makes them be on the edge of their seat. Okay, what makes great television? They're going to obviously choose something over.
Well, what would they choose over it?
Let's, for example, The Twilight Zone. You would choose that over it.
Nah, I would watch Batman over it. 26-minute episodes. Twilight Zone, very long.
Very long.
Not entertaining.
Well,
and on
you got to look at great content.
On that, because I won.
No.
Because
I would say
won,
we're going to split it
Sean.
1-for-1 here, Derek.
No, because I won. That's it here on Hot Takes.
Derek
Coming
didn't
up
win.
after the break,
Derek
Nate
didn't
and
win.
Emily have hot topics for us.
Derek
not hot
didn't win.
takes, it's
He's
hot
a
topics.
He's a fraud,
And also
everybody.
coming up after the break
He's
is
a
Word
fraud.
on the Street. We'll see you after this.
Okay, I'm Sean. Remember that too. Bye, guys.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Got a quarter? Welcome back to On the Couch. Did you miss us? I know I did. I missed us a lot.
I missed myself too. But you gotta love Dana Mincho and Victoria Todorova as our word on the street.
Yes. I don't love, though, that finals are coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to run away from them, too.
Because, you know, I'm allergic to finals.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, it kind of makes me want to, Hot topics!
Wow, we get cornier every
Oh,
single week.
gosh.
I can't deal, but it's fine. We're great. So our first hot topic this week is Friends staying on Netflix.
Now I'm very passionate about this topic because Friends is literally one of the best
love
sitcoms.
Friends. I just actually started. I think it was last year. I ran out of shows to watch on Netflix, and people were like, "You have to watch Friends." I'm like, "That is so many seasons long. I don't have the time for it." But I did it anyway, and I watched it all. And like,
Did you really?
Yes.
What'd
all
you
the
think?
seasons. I'm obsessed.
What was your favorite
I love
season?
it. I don't know. That's really hard.
Like what moment in Friends history did you find your favorite?
I think when Chandler and Monica finally
Okay.
became a thing. I don't know why. Like, it was so unexpected. Like, if you started from the very beginning, you would have never thought that that was going to happen.
You thought they were just like strictly
and
friends,
I just
right? Yeah.
love them together. I don't know why. They work really well. I love their relationship.
So,
what's your favorite?
Well, my favorite was my favorite season.
Or moment.
It was definitely when Ross is getting married to Emily. And
oh my gosh, and he says the wrong name.
Yeah. Rachel decides to show up at the wedding, and then, you know, during the vows, he's like, take the Rachel, and he causes everyone to, like, you know, it's like, whoa, he said the wrong name. But I'm very, you know, I love Friends, okay?
Yes.
And as soon as I saw on Netflix, it was like available until 1/1 2019. I think the whole world
Oh my
just
gosh,
flipped
my
out.
Facebook was just like all these articles and statuses about like, I can't believe Friends is leaving Netflix. Like, how could they do this to us?
Right?
I was so sad because when I get bored, that is a show that I could just go back and watch over and over again. What am I going to do with my time if I can't go back and rewatch Friends all the time?
And then I'm pretty sure Netflix has received so much backlash.
Oh yeah,
They
definitely.
were like,
just kidding.
just kidding. It'll be here throughout
April
the 20.
Fools, but in December.
Right? Throughout the whole 2019 season. So do you
Yes.
think it's just, you know, only for 2019 or like for like a few years?
I don't know. I feel like with the reaction that they got when, you know, rumors sparked that they were going to take it off, I feel like they may keep it on a little bit longer.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm surprised
really
they didn't
do.
do the same for, you know,
They
How I
need to
Met Your
keep
Mother.
it on until every single Netflix user and those who don't have Netflix get it, so that every single person in the whole world watches Friends, and then they can take it
I
off.
was literally about to take my money somewhere else. I mean, Hulu's great, you know, because they have Drake and Josh. You know, gotta love Drake and Josh. I was literally about to just permanently be on Hulu just for, you know, just for the heck of it. It's like Netflix wanted me to transfer.
Yeah, but it's
over.
okay. They're keeping it on there.
That's all
it's
good.
great. It's really
And we're
good.
I know. It's
Another
great.
thing that's really good, a little sad, like Child Me is heartbreaking. Nick Jonas is finally married to Priyanka, and
Who?
Priyanka,
Who?
his wife. That's how you say her name.
Never heard of her.
Have you not heard of her? It's literally all over the place. I probably really
Nope.
like botched her name, but like,
Nope.
yes.
Nope.
Yeah, yes. And they had 2 ceremonies. They had one in America, and then one, obviously, India.
I mean, she's pretty cute, I would
Her
say.
dress is gorgeous,
Yeah.
but like it was this huge celebration. I don't know how you've never heard of her. They're all over the place.
I don't know.
But Child Me is really sad because Nick Jonas was like my favorite of the Jonas Brothers.
I mean, I was more of a Nick Jonas and Miley Cyrus kind of guy.
I don't know.
You know, she
but
even wrote a song that included him. It's kind of like the 10-year-old
I
version
just felt like
of...
he. No, actually,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Kevin was like the underrated one, and he got married
the funny
first.
one.
But I don't know.
But
Nick is gone now.
yeah, well,
It's
good
off
for
the
him.
market.
So
So sorry,
Joe is
guys.
left to be married, right?
Yes.
It's Joe, right? That's left.
Who knows if that'll
And
ever
maybe
happen?
Nick will have his own show too.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you know Kevin had his own show
Yeah,
about his marriage.
I watched that.
But no,
Not
seriously,
gonna
congrats
lie.
to them.
Yes.
Even though I feel bad, like I've never heard of her, to be honest with you.
It's okay. But you know who everyone has heard of?
The Ariana Grande and her
Yeah.
infamous music video of Thank You Next. Have you listened to the song since our last?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have listened to it.
And what are your
I know
thoughts?
the whole song. I really like it.
Yeah.
I don't, probably unpopular opinion, don't really like the music video.
Is this a hot take?
Like,
Nah, I'm just kidding. But
I don't know. It didn't
really?
make sense to me. I was watching it and I'm like, I don't get it.
Okay.
So
Well,
like,
what's not to get?
like, what does that have to do with anything?
You didn't. You.
I watched
you
the music
didn't.
video. Yes, I did. There's
Okay.
Mean Girls in there.
Who else?
There's oh gosh, the movie with the dollhouse.
Are you kidding me?
No, I know. I seriously, I just watched the music video like 5 times because I kept watching it over and over again to try and see like if I understood it at all.
Okay.
Oh, there was the
Pause. Victorious Reunion was on that, and that's
except
what.
for the main character
You know,
of Victorious, but
You know, Victoria. They have beef. No, I don't know. They just
Do
don't
they?
have beef.
I don't know. It was just really weird. It was funny. I saw something on Facebook. Like I can't. It was with the pear phone.
The pear
And
phone.
she was tweeting, and she was like, "I can't believe you put Trina in the video and not me."
That's
I love
hilarious. No, I just thought it was cool. You know, she brought like the
Everyone
guy
back
from
together,
the guy from
yes.
Mean Girls. I don't even know his name. I'm the worst, but
It's okay. You are the worst, but it's okay.
no, we're not. No, this is not happening.
I'm just.
But you know what
kidding.
else is not happening? The end of this show right here.
I wish it could not happen.
But you know.
So we're going to have to speak to producers about that because I'd like to make this a 24-hour 7. 24-hour 7. Wow, this is great. 24/7 show so that it never has to end.
Good luck with that.
Never
Anyway, that's all we have for today. I'm Nate Aquino.
And I'm Emily DiPadova. See you next week on the couch.